Welcome to the top 10 women who have created the greatest fortune on their own. Let's start! Number 10, Peggy Cheung. Net worth $3.2 billion. Peggy Cheung is co-founder and co-CEO of Panda Express, the $5.4 billion sales Chinese fast food chain with some 2,400 locations. Born in Myanmar, Cheung got a PhD in electrical engineering in the US, then went to work for 3M and McDonnell Douglas, where helped design battlefield simulators for the US Navy. She left her engineering career to help her husband, Andrew Cheung, open Panda Express's first location in a Glendale, California shopping mall in 1983. She implemented the company's sales and analytics software earlier than many other restaurants, helping make Panda Express the dominant player among Asian limited service chains in America. In 2018, the Cheungs invested in a group that bought the Mandarin Oriental Hotel, now the Waldorf Astoria, in Las Vegas for $214 million. Number 9, Elizabeth Uihlein. Net worth $3.7 billion. Elizabeth Uihlein is president of Uihlein, which says it is North America's biggest distributor of shipping, packaging, and industrial supplies. Headquartered in Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, Uihlein has an estimated $7 billion in revenue from selling over 40,000 products via its 800-plus page catalog to businesses nationwide. Elizabeth Liz and her husband Richard Dick started Uihlein in their basement in 1980. It now has 8,500 employees. Together, the couple is the fourth biggest donor to political campaigns in the U.S., having reported giving over $190 million according to FEC filings. The couple spent over $40 million in the 2022 midterm elections backing Republican candidates, including Senator Ron Johnson in Wisconsin, Adam Laxalt in Nevada, and Herschel Walker in Georgia. Number 8, Marian Ilitch. Net worth $4 billion. Marian Ilitch and her husband Mike, who died in 2017, co-founded Little Caesars Pizza in 1959. Mrs. I, as she's known, owns the pizza chain, which hauls in more than $4.5 billion in annual system-wide sales. She also owns the Detroit Red Wings NHL team and Motor City Casino Hotel. The Detroit Tigers MLB team is owned by her family trust. Ilitch is helping build a $1.4 billion sports and entertainment district in Detroit that includes a new headquarters with pizza-shaped windows. In the early days, Ilitch had to prevent her husband, who quietly paid Rosa Parks' rent for years, from giving away free pizzas. Number 7, Gail Miller. Net worth $4.2 billion. Utah-based Gail Miller owns the Larry H. Miller Group, which has interests in real estate, healthcare, finance, and entertainment businesses. She and husband Larry, D. 2009, turned a single Toyota dealership into the 8th largest auto dealer group in America before she sold it to Asbury Automotive in 2021 for $3.2 billion. The Millers purchased the Utah Jazz NBA team in 1986 for $22 million. In 2020, the family agreed to sell it to billionaire Ryan Smith for $166 billion. They still own a small stake. In 2018, she published the book Courage to Be You, Inspiring Lessons from an Unexpected Journey. Number 6, Jonelle Hunt. Net worth $4.2 billion. In 1961, Jonelle Hunt and her late husband JB, D. 2006, sold their home and took out loans to start a rice hull packaging operation. 8 years later, the couple bought 5 trucks and 7 trailers to launch trucking firm JB Hunt Transport Services. The Lowell, Arkansas business went public in 1983 and is now one of the biggest transportation companies in the nation with $12.2 billion in sales. Hunt, who stepped down as corporate secretary in 2008, remains the firm's largest individual shareholder with a 17% stake. She donated $5 million to the JB and Jonelle Hunt Family Ozark Highlands Center, which opened in Springdale, Arkansas in December 2020. Number 5, Ty Lee. Net worth $4.8 billion. Ty Lee is CEO of $14 billion sales IT provider She International, which has 15,000 customers, including Boeing and AT&T. Born in Bangkok, Lee grew up in South Korea and moved to the U.S. for high school. She was part of Amherst's first freshman class with women. Lee's father, a prominent economist who traveled the world promoting his country's post-war development plan, was the first Korean to graduate from Amherst. The first Korean woman to graduate from Harvard Business School, she did stints at Procter & Gamble and American Express before SEI. Lee and her now ex-husband paid less than $1 million for a software reseller in 1989, the predecessor to Shy. Today she owns 60% while he has 40%. Number 4, Linda Resnick. Net worth $5.3 billion. From almonds and oranges in California's Central Valley to grapefruits in South Texas, Linda Resnick and her husband Stuart are worth billions from farming fruits and nuts. They co-founded and continue to co-own the wonderful company. among the largest farming operations in America. As a couple, they share a fortune worth an estimated $10.6 billion. Linda dropped out of college at 19 to start her own ad agency. Stuart came to her looking for marketing help. Both previously divorced, they met in the 1960s when she provided marketing help for his burgeoning alarm business. Linda co-runs Wonderful and also focuses on philanthropy. The Resnicks have pledged more than $2 billion to charitable causes, including climate change research. Number 3, Judy Faulkner. Net worth $7.4 billion. Judy Faulkner founded medical records software provider Epic Systems in a Wisconsin basement in 1979. Faulkner, a computer programmer, is CEO of the $4.6 billion 2022 sales company, of which she owns 47%. Epic supports the medical records of over 250 million patients and is used by top medical centers such as Johns Hopkins and Mayo Clinic. The company has never raised venture capital or made an acquisition and develops all its software in-house. Faulkner signed the Giving Pledge in 2015 and has agreed to eventually give 99% of her assets to a private charitable foundation. Number 2, Judy Love and family. Net worth $10.2 billion. Judy Love and her husband Tom, March 2023, founded truck stop and convenience store chain Love's Travel Stops and Country Stores in 1964. Today, she and her 4 children own the company. Her sons Greg and Frank have been co-CEOs since 2014. The couple leased their first gas station in Watonga, Oklahoma, using a $5,000 loan from Tom's parents. Judy kept the books and ran the company until 1975 when she returned to college. Love's has more than 610 stores in 41 states and estimated revenues of $26.5 billion. Number 1, Diane Hendricks. Net worth $21.4 billion. Diane Hendricks chairs ABC Supply, one of the largest wholesale distributors of roofing, siding, and windows in America. Hendricks co-founded the business with her late husband Ken in Beloit, Wisconsin in 1982. She has chaired it since his death in 2007. She led ABC to make the 2 biggest acquisitions in its history, buying rival Bradco in 2010 and building materials distributor L&W Supply in 2016. The company has over 900 branch locations and had $18.5 billion in 2022 revenues. Hendricks sold custom homes for a builder before meeting Ken, a roofer. She has spent millions on local economic development, rebuilding entire blocks in Beloit and bringing in several new businesses to the state.